Right now, most people are experiencing fear in some form or another. And with all of the uncertainty that's happening right now in the world, it's just creating more fear. I'm Sherry Nichols, and I am here to share with you a tool and an awareness about how to turn that fear around so that you can live with more wholeness and more peace and really move into a life that you love no matter what is going on in your life and in your circumstances. So let's talk about that. How do we do that? How do we do that? The $1,000,000 question. Well, the best way that I know has to do with your energy, has to do with an awareness of where your energy is at. So what do I mean by that? Your energy has to do with your emotions, your beliefs, your state of being. So think about it. How do you know what you're feeling? How do you know if you're sad? How do you know if you're happy? How do you know what you're feeling? You're feeling something inside of you, right? You're feeling something. Well, that feeling comes from a thought, and that thought comes from a belief. And so how that works is that whatever belief you're having is literally creating the emotion that you're experiencing. And that emotion is creating your behavior, and that behavior is creating your current results. So the key is to look at how to work with your beliefs. And why that is so important for you is because your beliefs are energy. Your beliefs are vibrating at a certain energy. It has a certain pattern to it. And whatever pattern is going on, it's affecting your mental, your emotional, and your physical well-being. That's what's really creating what's going on in your life. And so in order to change that, it's about changing the energy and the vibration, the pattern underneath that, the energy field underneath that. And when you do that, you're able to change your physical, emotional, and mental patterns and your behaviors. And that is what will allow you to move into more of a peaceful state. So let's take a look at energy and vibration. I know most of you have heard about the law of attraction. And the law of attraction is something that is happening 24/7. It's always happening. What most, or a lot of people I would say, don't know though about the law of attraction is that what informs that law of attraction is vibration, the law of vibration. And what that means is that there is, every single part of your body is vibrating. Your organs, your cells, your thoughts, everything, the chair you're sitting on, the car you drive, the house you live in, everything has a vibration to it. And so what happens is that when you, your emotions have a vibration. So if you want to get out of the fear vibration, it is really, really important to understand that you can empower yourself to do that. You have a choice. And that's the exciting thing about really connecting with this understanding and this awareness, that if you choose to think a different thought, to put yourself in a different circumstance. Like for example, right now I'm outdoors because it is glorious. I'm looking at an ocean, I'm surrounded by greenery, and I am experiencing so much gratitude in this moment. And gratitude is a very, very high vibration. It's the vibration that's equivalent to abundance. And so by putting myself into this vibration, it allows me just energetically to feel good. Things are happening in the world. Nothing has changed. None of that is affecting me at a really adverse level, because I'm choosing to put myself in an environment that brings me to a place of wholeness and a place of peace. And why this is so important and why I really want to share it with you is because most of us are going through this time really wondering, what is my life going to look like? What's it going to look like tomorrow? What's it going to look like a year from now? And the way that we can engage in our life in a really positive way and to make a change in the world, because most people are feeling helpless, feeling hopeless and helpless, and that you don't really know what to do to change things in the world. But there is something that you can do that would make a huge difference and an impact in the whole world. And that is, it starts right inside of you. It starts with you connecting with your own vibrational, energetic space. And when you raise that, it will literally affect the rest of the world. Let me just back up and explain how that works. So you might have heard of sound vibration. If you listen to music, right, and you go to a radio and you want to listen to rock and roll. So you turn it to that station, and you're going to hear rock and roll coming out. And then maybe you decide, you know what, I don't want to hear this anymore, I want to listen to country. So you turn the channel and you go to country. That's a whole different vibrational frequency, and that's allowing the sound of country to come across. But the country and the rock are not able to play on your radio at the same time because they're at two different vibrations. Now here's the cool part about understanding vibration. So imagine there is two pianos in a room, and I go to one of the pianos and I am tuning, say, the C chord. If I were to go over to the other piano, mind you, nobody touching it, I would find that C chord in the other piano vibrating. They want to get into resonance with each other. And so where you have tremendous power right now is by raising your own vibration, you can actually affect other people in the world who are in a really fearful place. As a matter of fact, Psychology Today did a study, and research showed it only takes 1% to make a shift. So literally getting to a 51 percentile of people thinking a certain way can shift the whole world. If you're able to raise your vibration, you're going to be able to affect people who are in a lower state of thinking. As a matter of fact, Stephen Hawkins studied different emotions, and he assigned a vibrational frequency to them, all the way from shame being the one that vibrates the lowest at 30, all the way up to Christ consciousness at 1,000. And what he discovered is that in order for us to really be in connection to our truth, we must be vibrating at least 200. If we're vibrating below 200, we're not connected to our truth. We're vibrating at 200 or above, we are connected to our truth. Now, if we are able to get to 300, which is the vibration of courage, we can actually affect 90,000 people who are vibrating below 200. If we get higher than that, if we get to 500, which is the vibration of love, then we can actually affect 750,000 people who are vibrating below the level of 200. That's huge. That is such an amazing. When I read that, I was so excited to share this information with you, because I know so many of us are wanting to make a change and we don't know how, we don't know where, we don't know what to do. But this is something that you can empower yourself with, and you can literally tip the scales. You can be part of the solution to the current pandemic, the current problem that's going on, by tipping these scales. And what happens when you tip the scales, what happens when you are able to get into that higher vibration, why that is so important, is because we have access to more creative ideas. We have access to bigger perspectives that we can't see when we're down below that 200 level, when we're in guilt, when we're in fear, when we're in anxiety, when we're in worry. We can't see anything other than where we're currently at. As a matter of fact, Einstein says that it's impossible to find a solution when you are at the level of consciousness that created the problem. So you have to get above it. You have to get that greater perspective, and the way to do that is to get your vibration up. Here are a few great ways to get your vibration up. You can do it through sound healing, which is tuning forks, or sound baths. And why this works so well is because sound has been used for ages. It's ancient, to soothe the nervous system. And that means that it relaxes your worries, your anxiety, and it takes you to that higher vibration of peace. Peace actually vibrates higher than love. And so what we really want to do is we want to get as close as we can to that place of peace and wholeness, because when we're in that space, amazing ideas come to us that will literally allow you to continue to move into that life that you would love. So some of the ways that you can actually raise your vibration are not only through sound vibration, you can also raise your vibration through meditation. You can raise your vibration through prayer. And a great way to raise the vibration of the planet is not only to pray for yourself, but to pray for others and to pray for the world. And when you pray, to see the world exactly as you would love it to be, praying as though it's already happened. That energy will, you can't even imagine how powerful that energy is in shifting things. 3 great ways that you can raise your vibration: prayer, meditation, and sound frequencies, which you don't necessarily have to find somebody that works with tuning forks. All you have to do is turn on the radio, listen to a song that you love. Because I tell you what sound does is it's not just for your ears, it goes through your body. It goes through every single cell of your body, and sound moves 4 times faster in water than through air. Our bodies are composed of 70% water, at least, at a minimum. And so that sound travels, and it affects your cellular structure. It affects your vibration. It affects your thoughts. It affects your moods. And the goal is always to raise your vibration so that you can bring that peacefulness, that wholeness to yourself. And through that, you'll have the ripple effect, and you'll be able to affect your loved ones, your friends, people actually around the planet. So I hope that you put one of these into practice. I challenge you actually to put one of these ways, meditation, prayer, or listening to a music that you love, every single day, to raise your vibration and be part of the solution to what's happening in the world right now. Sending you tons of blessings and lots of love. Bye for now.